Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. Florals for springtime. I think we all know what Miranda would say about that, but I don't care. I like florals and it's springtime in half the world. So we're going to look at floral inspiration plus a sneak peek at the work I've just started today. But yeah, we'll take a sneak peek at that as well.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
I was going to get out some floral jackets floral dresses that I'd made, but then I realized only a handful of my dresses aren't floral. The vast majority, like over 100 of them are. I love this coat. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you go to the decorator section in any big fabric store, they have absolutely gorgeous fabric, but just make sure you don't get the sun treated ones, the UV treated ones, because they've got like this yucky plastic coating. This is adorable. So like fruit print on the top and then floral print on the bottom is a great combination. This is Jean-Paul Gaultier. Yeah, so obviously I'm just showing you some designer inspo. Jean-Paul Gaultier again. It's a tulle skirt with, I think, lassage embroidery, the top layer, and then there's like a dozen different layers for a different skirt underneath. Absolutely amazing. Must have cost a fortune. This was made as one big flat piece and then they sewed the sides together. So I might do that because I do have some lace, but I think I'll make a jacket. But I think I might make it flat and then sew it together. This is Victor and Rolf. Oh, if I can find a copy of the show, the whole fashion show of that one, because it was all ribbons, satin ribbons and flowers made of fabric. It was amazing. This is Dolce & Gabbana. It's like 10 yards of silk chiffon. Must have cost a fortune. More photos of that Jean-Paul Gaultier one. I do actually have some beige coloured tulle. This is it up close, and I haven't done embroidery in like a billion years because I'm still trying to use up my bead collection. This is, I think, crochet or macrame. This is Del Pozo, and I think it's a Spanish brand, and it's a big vest and it's worn over the top of just a beige dress. So if you aren't really into prints so much, but you want to do something that looks like a statement piece, you could have like a vest and then wear a plain colour underneath. And if you don't feel comfortable, you can take the jacket or the vest off and you're still wearing your normal plain colours. But yeah, she looks beautiful, and I love the wallpaper in that shot as well. Not the point, but it's gorgeous. And this hair and makeup is so high fashion, but I do love the dress. I think it's Dolce & Gabbana. This is Richard Quinn. He always does ridiculous, they're ridiculously styled, like with a headscarf over the actual head. But I do like the blue hydrangeas. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not sure I'd wear a floral coat, but she says, well, that was bad timing. So yes, obviously I've made 3 floral jackets. They're jackets, not coats, I'll have you know. And the point is that I love these floral dresses. They're all patchwork dresses, but I love making a dress out of several different florals. That is like my favorite thing in the world. Occasionally I add something like a different non-floral print in there as well. Like this one, the green one is little ghosts from Halloween, and the multicolored one is just graphics like splodges and things. This is the one with the strawberry. That's a Liberty print. And I did, if you watched a video from last week or the week before, I decided that I was going to do the blue Liberty print with another pink Liberty print maybe. But now I've changed my mind and I'm going to do it with these ones here because I think they look absolutely adorable together. And that multicolored bit of, it's really thin cotton voile or cotton lawn, you know, a really thin but strong print. So cotton. So I think I'll put all those together. And this one, it's another just mix of florals. But so this is a Liberty floral. Liberty of London floral. Next to it looks like a Liberty, but it's not. It's just a cotton lawn of a different. And but it's paisley, and paisley is sort of just stylized flowers and leaves, so it actually ties in. And then we've got the vintage floral, and then this one sort of looks like a western, something you'd make a cowboy shirt out of, but I'm going to make a maxi dress out of all of them. Later on, I'll show you this Chloe dress that I'm absolutely in love with, and it's a maxi dress, and it takes like 8 or 9 yards. So yeah, and that's 2 yards of each, which is 8 yards. So I think they'll make gorgeous dress. This is 4 yards, so 2 yards and 2 yards, but they're both florals. This one's a quilting cotton, the brown, cream and hot pink, and then this sort of weird 1980s floral or 1940s floral is a cotton lawn, but they'll work well together color wise, I think. And I did get out the pink because I mean potentially I could just use only half of the pink in the other dress, but I don't know. I do have a pale pink, but I think I like just these two, the brown base and the black base florals together. I don't think I'd add the pink. And these three, I got these three out, and I was like, wasn't there a fourth one? But I'd put it aside to put with something else. Anyway, they're just very different floral prints. And I had these 3 floral prints, and I just needed something to tie them together. So that's why the Halloween one is in there. I just bought it after Halloween because it was cheap. So yeah, those 4 are going to go together. And these 2, I love, yes. I think we've well and truly established that I love mixing florals. So it's just going to be a long dress, but not a super flowy one, but still pretty gorgeous. And these 2, I was thinking of maybe adding a third fabric, but I've decided against it. I just like these, like those 2 would look good together, but I just like the idea of mostly green dress with a banner of the daffodils around it, like in the just it towards the bottom. And that's a vintage Norman Norwell coat, from the dahlia coat from the 1960s. That is a massive flower. It's very Sex and the City. This is Gucci. I absolutely love this. So the dress has poppies on it, and then they put an actual 3D poppy on it. And these is Dries Van Noten does these feather flowers, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. So if you go and you see feathers on sale at the fabric store or whatever, or the hobby store, definitely get some and experiment. And if you can't decide, yeah, if you're lacking inspiration, I also recommend museums and galleries, because they have some just amazing, the Dutch masters, the still lives. I just love them. I always go sit in a gallery and, yeah, get inspiration. And this is Oscar de la Renta. Oh no, that one's Oscar de la Renta and Dolce & Gabbana did the same sort of things, almost the same collections. So I always get confused about that one. Oh my gosh, I love hats. I love them so much, but I don't wear them because, I don't know, they're just too striking. You kind of have to want to put up with the attention if you wear a hat. But they are very beautiful, and they're so much fun to decorate. This is just hilarious, but I love what she's wearing. But the headdress is a bit much, but also absolutely beautiful. You can just wire up individual flowers, and once you put your hair up, you just stick them in individually, and that way it's not quite so over the top. And speaking of, no, she's wearing a black lace dress, and the lace is made out of flowers, and I've got this yellow lace that's all floral. I actually have a cream one and a navy one as well, and this, like all these dresses were made out of jacquard or chiffon silk. It was amazing, but the theme was like Monet's water lilies type florals. It was absolutely gorgeous, and it just reminded me of this. I actually was inspired by this Gucci collection from, I always get confused, is it 2013 this one was, 2011 is the gangster one, and yeah, so that's what was inspired by that. Because this tweed, I just randomly call it the Gucci green because it reminds me of Alessandro era Gucci. I'm not sure you needed to know that. But, I have a jacquard that's like that one there. And This is Vivienne Westwood. Ooh, this is Gucci. The middle one is a floral jacquard, and I do have a floral jacquard. It's in very Dries Van Noten colours. Wow, this lighting is bad. It was getting dark, but it's browny gold, and it's got oh, there it is. That's the correct colour. Excellent cameraman skills there. But it's just the most gorgeous fabric. As you know, I spent most of February working on the hot pink one, floral jacket, and I have these other ones. I was going to put them on, I'll take them out of the bag in a minute. I was going to put them on this cafe latte coloured sequin fabric because, why not? But now I'm thinking maybe the jacquard, that brown and mauve floral jacquard with the gold bits in it. I'm not sure. I think I'll make up both jackets and then go from there. I do like how sparkly it is, and I'm thinking of adding lots of those strings of seed beads. So that would be beautiful juxtaposed against the glitteriness of the sequins. But it'd also look really interesting on the jacquard. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll probably have to make up both jackets and then go from there. Yeah, because making jackets takes forever though. Anyway, so that's what I'm thinking of. And this is Mary Catherine Sue. Started out as an interior designer, then changed to being a fashion designer. And this is from her vase collection. And it was amazing. It was inspired by porcelain vases and Fabergé eggs. This is another one of the vase ones, but then I think I've got pictures of this is based on an actual green Fabergé egg with pink flowers on it. Isn't it amazing? The embellishment is Lesage. So just, absolutely gorgeous. Valentino coat, one of my favorite coats ever to exist. Gucci from the 2013 collection again. And yes, I think you can guess where this is going. It's time to look at my jacket. I think it's finished. I should have filmed this earlier on in the day. Oh, and obviously if you don't like florals, there's always like foliage and leaf prints that you can go for. I love this jacket. This tweed was from one of the really expensive designer fabric stores in New York, and it just looks like an aerial shot of a forest with all different autumn leaves to me. And yes, as I said, I love that pink Valentino coat, and all these beads just reminded me of that. So this is what I'm working on at the moment. It's the Kandinsky one that I made back in December. In December is Vlogmas, and you have to make one thing every day, or you just have to make a video each day. But I decided to make one item each day, so that was a bit grueling. But I do have a lot of jackets to bead as a result. So yeah, and I do have some red and sort of. The red has splodges of magenta in it, so I thought, well, I could use up the remainder of the hot pink and magenta beads that I have, and then I have all these other seed beads as well in different colours. And I don't really have any of that dark teal one. Well, I do, but I'm saving them for a different jacket. So I've got these kind of gaudy metallic ones, and I think they work really well on this. So yes, I've got loads of beads, and I've got these ones that remind me of caviar. I've never actually had caviar, but I have seen on cooking shows on TV, and these ones remind me of Cheetos, those cheese puff junk food snack thing. Anyway, that's why I bought those various colours. And so now I have to, now I was just going to show you the hot pink one before I scooch it aside and put up the Kandinsky one that I'm just working on. So I did end up adding more of the bugle beads, those long thin ones. They are so difficult to add because you have to use a really thin needle, and the thin needle is very sharp on both ends, so you stab your fingers. And also because it's so thin, it bends really, really easily. So you just have to your technique has to be so good when you use the difficult beads. So you can't be lazy at all, is what I mean. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put more beads on there's a sufficient amount on the calves. Oh, and this is me just looking at the red tweed underneath there going, ooh, actually I could use the hot pink and magenta beads on that. But I still have like this massive bag of red beads, red and scarlet ones. So it's probably best that I use up the magenta and the hot pink ones on the Kandinsky and then worry about the red ones when I'm making that red tweed. Anyway, let's focus on the hot pink. So yeah, I love these dripping beads because it makes it look overgrown, but I do think I went a tinsy tiny bit overboard, just a tiny bit, as in a lot. But I don't know, I still really like it, and I'm tempted to just leave it on the sideboard and keep working on it, even though I have like loads of other jackets in a queue to work on. And the back looks so much better since I added these extra, overgrownness of the beads. I think the big sort of shimmery pink ones in the middle in particular look much better now that they're overgrown with the other beads. And there are sort of little patches around the two shoulder blades that need a little more work maybe. And one side does look fuller than the other. Part of that is just the light isn't very good. It's very dark on one side of the room because obviously the windows are only on one side. But yeah, also, like in nature, one side gets more sun than the other. So I think I'll just try it on and wear it, like as I'm sitting at my desk, I'll just wear it for like an hour or two and see how the weight, because if you try it on for 2 seconds and look at it in the mirror, you don't get a proper idea of the weight distribution. So I think I'll just put it on and just sit in it for a few hours and then see how uneven it is, because it's amazing what will bug you when you're wearing the same jacket for an entire 8 or 10 hour day. So I think I'll do that, and then based on actually trying it on and wearing it for a while, I'll maybe do a little bit more. And obviously I haven't tucked under the front inside sections of the jacket yet or done the lining, so I need to finish the beading first and then check everything over again and then double check it, and then I'll make the lining and hand stitch it in. But yeah, it's pretty much done. It's just got to have the finishing touches now. And here's the one I've just started working on. I'm like a butterfly at the moment, just, want lots of different flowers to fly from one to the other, but I love this. Obviously, this is my favorite new technique, and beading can get kind of boring if you do the same thing for like a million years in a row. But yeah, so I haven't done like these strings of beads much before, and I just think they're so pretty. And the Kandinsky jacket was adorable the way it was, but just adding these tiny bursts of colour, it's just, I don't know, it just makes it, I don't know, it's so different and I love it. Kind of mesmerizing to me, but we should move on. So there are loads of quilting cottons that have the most adorable floral prints. I particularly love the massively huge floral prints. Oh, there are some other ones that I haven't showed you. Well, okay, they're not exactly the same colours, but they are sort of in the vicinity. So I love that rosehip one on the far right. And then I've got a Liberty print and then a zebra, but the rest are all florals. These middle ones are all cotton rayon mixes, and then the outer three are cottons. And it's just like the mix of, there's sort of like there's some 70s florals in there. Like I think the zebra one print looks really 70s as well. And then there's some really vintage looking florals. And I just think it's a nice, well, they clash more than they match. But I do think it will be an interesting floaty dress. So one of those, if you've seen my yellow vintage Valentino dress with 3 different types of florals in it, that was the kind of look that I was going for, a big floaty maxi dress. And this one I'm thinking, so the top will be made out of that top floral, and then I'll have, these are all the different layers, so it's going to be like a layer cake dress. Those the brown, the red and the orange, that sort of looks like a cartoon burger to me, and that's a Liberty print, the Chelsea Floral Show one. And I think, I don't know, I'm in two minds. I think these sort of beigey apricot ones would all look nice just together. And I think all these brighter ones with the oranges in them might look good together as well. So maybe I'll split them up and divide it into two dresses. I don't know. I like maxi dresses more. They do take longer to make, but they also use up a lot of fabric, and I have just bought too much fabric. There's this sewing challenge where you have to use up 30 yards of fabric, like 30 yards or 30 meters, depending on where you live. It's just like, there's a bit of a difference. But anyway, so I might do that challenge, and you're supposed to like use up 30 yards or meters of fabric from your fabric stash before you buy anything more. I like this idea. So basically, well, they've used leather, but any synthetic fabric, and you just turn it over, draw your leaf design on the back, then carefully cut out those bits, and then put like tulle or something in there so that the gap bits hold their shape. And this is a skirt made out of lace, and this is a dress made out of lace, and then they also made a jacket to go with it. So this is what it looks like, not on a person, not very impressive, but it looks gorgeous on. And then I think I've got, the back, so you can actually see it, of the matching jacket. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is Manish Aurora, and I just love the fake grass thing. I just think that's so good. And this is the Chloe dress that I'm absolutely in love with. So you're going to see about 5 photos of this, 5 different angles. And it's absolutely huge. So if you make it without like a sleeveless version of it, I think you'd use 8 or 9 yards. But if you want to do the billowy sleeves, probably add another 1.5 yards as well. I know that Mood Fabrics has a lot of free patterns if you're in a country where you can't buy from simplicity.com for, I love this iris dress. It's absolutely amazing, but it would just take so long to do. And these are probably the 2 most famous jackets. They, at the time in the 1980s, they each cost $100,000. Isn't that amazing? Like, there's so much work in there. They were beaded by Lesage. And this is the Michael Kors yellow floral dress skirt. So it's a business shirt, oversized business shirt with a tulle skirt, and it's got all these little yellow flowers on it. It is absolutely amazing. Anyway, I think I still have like about 100 photos more. Oh, Marc Jacobs for Louis Vuitton. That was an amazing collection. And this is Gucci, the palm top, and it's like a lace top made out of palm leaves. And it has a snakeskin print skirt. It's just the cutest. And it's the Mini Dior. This is vintage, so it's faded and it's a little bit worse for wear, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And this is Chanel. Anyway, I think that's enough floral inspiration for probably a lifetime for most of you, but I still have literally hundreds of photos to show you. I'll save them for another day. Oh, that's a Chanel beanie. Isn't it amazing? Again, the flowers are handmade by not Lesage, another house. And this is Dolce & Gabbana backstage, and this is on the catwalk. It's such a pretty dress. But I love doing embellishment like embroidery and beading, but with a dress you don't usually wear anything underneath it. Oh, this is the Valentino butterfly jacket. Oh, it's a coat, really, and it's made out of like feathers. It's so amazing, but it's not flowers, but it's so amazing. I love the attitude she has when she's holding up her bag. There's another picture where you can't see the bag, and they've obviously said, "Can you hold the bag up?" So she just did that. It's so cute. Anyway, the floral, I just love flowers. I know they're not original, but I don't care. I just think they're amazing. So I hope you found some inspiration here. And obviously, I'm just going to make loads of dresses. This is Oscar de la Renta. This was amazing. It's kind of a really thick, sturdy cotton dress. And then they just put these patches of appliques over the top. And these are more pictures of them making that mini Dior, mini vintage Dior. It's just so amazing. I want to make a jacket that's like this because I would never wear a ball gown, funnily enough, but I'd definitely wear a jacket over t-shirt and jeans. And there it is finished. Oh, they're just the prettiest things in the world. I suppose I could make a mini dress, like a miniature dress, and then just stick it on the sideboard. Or a handbag. Dior does matching handbags for some of these. And I think the next photo is the actual real size one. What I love about the mini Dior dresses is that they only make them of existing real life ones. So yeah, whenever you see one of the little ones, you know that in the museum somewhere else there'll be the actual real size one. It's like, I don't know, I didn't really have dolls as a kid, and it just makes me so happy. Anyway, this is Lesage sequin work for Chanel, and this is Del Pozo. These gloves are absolutely amazing. They had matching handbags as well. Amazing accessories. So even if you like plain clothes, like plain colours in your clothes, you can still have absolutely fabulous accessories. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope that wasn't too much floral content for you. It was a bit much, but I don't know. I just love flowers, and it's springtime. I didn't show you a single picture of snowdrop flowers, so be happy for that. There's over 200 varieties, and I'm always very tempted to keep pictures of every single type on my phone. I'm just so very excited when spring comes around. And yeah, I'm loving this Kandinsky jacket. It's amazing the three-dimensional aspect that these strings of beads give it. It's amazing. I was going to bead it with just red beads because I've got loads of red beads, but I'm really happy I went with this. It's completely different from every other jacket that I have, but I think I really like it. Ooh, Valentino floral lace, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, really going now. Bye. Happy sewing.